Good morning, everyone. Today we're on day 14 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And our sketch artist today is Lisa Sikarski, I think. Everybody should be, John Smith. It's just easier. Okay. She's used a border punch, like a scallop. And she's got 3 of those, and I guesstimated that they were maybe 2.5 inches. And then she's got it on top of another piece of paper that she's got some spatty bits on, but you won't be seeing any spatty bits here. And she's got her title underneath the pictures. Oh, there's 3 pictures, and they're roughly maybe 3x4s. I think they're a little smaller than 3x4s, but mine are 3x4s. She's got some embellishments here at the top. Hers are represented with flowers. Some embellishments down here at the lower left. And of the pictures, she's got the pictures matted, and then she's got another mat around one side of it. And then she's got a little oval here too, where it's probably the journaling. But on mine, I think I'll probably be journaling down here at the bottom, because I'm not really leaving any room for, I didn't pull in that little oval, which that would have been nice, but I have another oval going on, so I'm not going to do that. So I am scrapbooking the youngest granddaughter, and she is taking some lessons, and this is when it was in the summertime, probably this year. Was it this year that we got these pictures? I'm not even sure. But seemed like we got them this year, and she looks about that size right now, so I think that's it. So I've matted it on this orange paper, and I've already scalloped my paper, and then I'm gonna put it on here just like Lisa did. I had to look at her name again. It's like, I have to learn, 30 new names. Okay. And some of them I remember seeing before, and then some I haven't seen before. Oh, and I'm crooked. Let me pull it a little bit. Okay, that looks like it's straight. Okay, so I've got that part done. Sometimes I'll mat the, if there's 3 that are matted together, I do that right away just because it's easier when I'm deciding what I'm doing. Okay, and then I've got my 3 papers scalloped, and I'm going to start with this one. And I wasn't sure of how to do this to make sure I got them in the right place. Oh, and my scallops, sometimes I'll end up with like little pieces left over, and of course I do not have any scissors right next to me. Let me go grab one. And this is one, I don't know if it needs cleaning or what needs to be done with this pair of scissors, but it keeps catching. But I'm just going to cut off anything that shows up that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. Okay, so this is going to be my top one, and look at the bottom is this cute little flying, what I want to call them, flying bikes. And now I'm doing most of my taping at the top. Oh, and I did not trim down my white. Hopefully it works out. Because you know how sometimes the white is a little bigger than the cardstock, the colored cardstock I'm using. And it is again. Yep. Okay, so I'll just trim that off if it bothers me, but maybe it'll be at the inside of my book, so it might not matter. Okay, and I'm gonna tuck this underneath here. That's how I decided it seemed like it would work better. So that's why I'm not taping all the way to the bottom. Okay, and now I'm gonna try just to push it to the edges, but I am gonna check it with my ruler to see if it's straight here or if I gotta pull it a little bit, which it looks like I have to. Okay, no, I am so off. How am I so off? No, or am I? Maybe I just didn't have it. Okay. It wants to stick there. Okay, I just keep sliding it up over it. That's the problem. Okay. Okay, it looks right. Okay, I just wasn't able to hit it right up against it. Okay, and then I took a turquoise that looked close to that because I wanted that in it. It's like it wasn't part of the collection. Oh, the collection I'm using is Summer Bliss by Lori Whitlock, and the things I have left of that is not too much, but I thought I liked this better than anything else. Well, it was a little more pool themed rather than beach. Okay. Well, and nothing I'm using actually from that collection actually says pool or anything, but okay, so this looks like it needs to come down this way a little bit. Okay. Okay, I think I still need to pull it down a little bit. Okay, I'd say that's pretty close right there. And then, now when I get all done, I'm actually gonna add this at the bottom just because, you know, usually I have a pattern paper everywhere. So it's like when I got all done, I'm thinking it needs something else, and then I decided I just had to use this, so I don't know if I want to stick it on there now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick it on there now, because I don't want to forget it. Like, it's probably not possible, but okay. So I just used a part of this just because it has a little bit of every color in it. Should be able to hit that right up against that corner. It should be good to go. Okay. Okay, and then for my title, I'm going to use this. It was from one of our swaps, and it just says swimming. I thought it's got that color perfectly. Oh, I didn't even tape this down yet. I got so distracted by my added piece. Okay. And so she's got hers drop down a little bit from the piece, from the strips. So I'm gonna do the same. I would say right about there. Let's see if that's straight. Okay, I think that's good there. Okay, and I've already got like a little bit of tape on here from being in my embellishment binder. So I'm just adding some more. Okay, and I'm just kind of shooting for the middle, and then I'm going to check and see if it looks like the middle, because I do want it kind of as close to the middle as possible. So let's see. I would say it has to be about right here. I think I'm going to tilt a little bit like this, and there's tape sticking out. Okay, got that fixed. Okay, so if I go 3.5 over here and the 8.5 there, that should be good, and I think it needs to be tilted in that direction. Okay. I thought that was super cute. Okay, and then since she's at the pool, I had made this for one of the embellishment swaps, and because so many of the, and I remember somebody writing on one of the Facebook groups that it's like, why is there no pool papers? It's always, you know, lake or beach. So we did pools one day for our swaps, so that was nice. Whoops, that little thing's kind of in the way. Okay. And if you wonder how come I got a different glue if you haven't been here for a while, I'm sampling this because we're doing a card class and I'm going to make everybody use one of these, so I thought I better see how they work, and they work fine, except for right now that little dangly thing was in my way. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right down at the bottom of her chair, kind of overlapping onto a little bit of that bottom strip I have there. Okay, and then I have, well, I've got another piece here that I'm going to stick down at the bottom. It says, "This is a great summer to remember," because I'm sure that Mom will like to remember this because it is a, you know, little memory from her learning to swim. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that down here at the bottom. And it's so funny because she's actually got like her symbol, I think, down here. And it's like, okay, I didn't actually put it there for that reason, but it's like, maybe that's like I felt like I needed it there. I don't know. Okay. And then I have this little piece that says "Staying Cool by the Pool." And it was from, I can tell you, maybe. It was from a collection by Echo Park called Pool Party. And I'm going to use that. Because that way we know it was at the pool. Okay, and I'm going to let that hang down on the picture too. Okay, and then another one of the swaps, it was my first swap. I made these, we had I'm pretty sure it was the first one we ever did, and it was a rainbow swap. And I was wandering around Hobby Lobby like, what am I going to do for a rainbow? And then I seen, this is actually a ribbon, and I mean, it's not a ribbon that you can tie in a bow. I don't know where they get off calling it a ribbon, but anyhow, maybe somebody could tie it in a bow. But anyhow, I just thought it was so cute, and I thought it could be rainbow popsicles. And so, and everybody in my group got two, and I'm going to use both of them. One has a bow, one doesn't. And I got these little tiny popsicle sticks because I decided what I was making right there at the Hobby Lobby. Okay, and I want these to be overlapping but not get to my little sticker there. Okay, so I'm going to tilt that one a little bit and then tilt this one over top of it. Okay, so, and the glue will hold those sticks no problem. Okay. I don't know if I've used any, I must have used one before, but I love those. I just thought they were so fun. Okay. And then I actually got the chipboard to this collection, Summer Bliss, from Echo Park at Hobby Lobby. And I probably had this before I had the paper collection. I don't know. I probably got this at Hobby Lobby too. And so I'm going to use this, and you know, chipboard always needs extra glue. So That's gonna be seeing me gluing the chipboard even though it's a sticker. Okay, and I'm gonna stick that right here by the popsicles. I didn't actually, it was in my binder, so I didn't actually know it was the same title, but it was the exact same flowers. Okay, and then I have an orange one, so I'm gonna use that one too. Okay, and how do I want this one? Maybe like that. So I've got handmade embellishments, embellishments that actually were from the paper collection, another embellishment from another paper collection, and this was also from the paper collection. It just says Fun in the Sun, so I thought I'd use that too. I just love the colors in this. It's like so colorful. To me, that looks like summer. Okay, and I slid that a little bit and it's really stuck, and now the glue's sticking out at the bottom. Okay, I think I got all of it. Oh, I can still see it. Okay, I think I got it out of there. Okay, so I think I'm done with the glue. And then for my finishing touches, as Janet would call them, I have these enamel dots that look like water droplets. And so I thought I have to use those for sure. And you notice I have turquoise in here, and then I also have this blue in here. So I figured blue is a good one to pull in.
I see you're using enamel dots.
I am. I'm always using enamel dots, ain't I?
Enamel dots, Terry. Show them where to put them now.
One of my subscribers, Julie, she goes, now I just know the song and I just sing along. I'll tell you, I just can't get away with using enamel dots without him coming over here and singing. Okay, I want something here by the pool. And I think I'm gonna put one down here because we want some little water drops everywhere. Okay, and then I'm gonna put one up here by the popsicles. I know they're not really shaped like a popsicle, but I actually, I didn't have like a template or a die cut or anything, so I just actually found a chipboard popsicle in my binder and traced around it, and that's how I got that shape. Not that it's a pretty easy shape, but it was easier to just trace that. So that is it. I love it. And thank you, Lisa, for that inspiration. I think it turned out super cute. And I do have to go around and glue everything, and since that's popping up as I'm trying to lift it up, I'm gonna put some glue down here. Okay, that'll get me started anyway. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow, and let's see, what day is this one? This one is Tuesday, because I always film a day ahead. So there's actually going to be an embellishment too. I just got to go out and figure what it is. So 15 minutes after this video, there's going to be a scraps to embellishment. And that will be a surprise to both of us. So have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye. Close-up is at the end.